Okay, so we're live. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Why Am I Yelling Live? I'm Krista, your host, where we talk to other entrepreneurs and moms and dads and fun people that inspire me every day to try to do better in the world, be better in the world, and people I can get tips from on how to improve myself as well. Today, we have my friend Jenny Sanzo, who I met her literally while sitting in a pool in Florida. This is not a lie. This is our parents both live in the same community in Florida, and we met while we were both on spring break. How many years ago? It was before we had the little ones. Six?
Yeah, so 5.
When we weren't even pregnant.
Yeah, gosh.
So probably six, maybe a little bit longer than 6 years
Oh,
ago.
God. Yeah.
That's insane. And we both have two boys, and our youngest ones are probably weeks apart.
Yeah.
And I adore her parents, and she's just a fantastic person, and her story is amazing. And I'm so excited to share it with you today, or have her share it with you today. So please welcome to our show, Jenny Sanzo, who is a wearer of all hats. She is a blogger. She is a fashionista. She is a shampoo tiger, which we will talk about in just a moment. And she does it all, and it makes it all look so effortless and amazing. So thank you for being here. And my first question to all of my guests is, how and why did you start on your entrepreneurial journey, and did you think it would take you to where you are today?
Okay, so it's sort of hysterical how this whole journey happened, because I have an undergrad degree in English, and then I have an elementary ed master's degree. So I was going to teach elementary school, and I did. I taught fourth grade for a few years, and I hated it. I absolutely hated it. And when I moved to Rochester 10 years ago, I knew I didn't want to look for a teaching job, but I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I got a job as an adjunct professor at a community college. Then I had a baby and decided to stay home. And I thought I was just going to be home because my mom stayed home. So I was like, it's going to be great. We're crafts. I'm going to bake things. It's going to be fantastic.
Right.
And then like a year and a half into it, I was like, oh my God, what have I done? But I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I was literally like going out of my mind. I'm on the phone with my best friend from Jersey, who's like fabulous and has this amazing career in the fashion industry.
Right.
And she goes, why don't you start a blog? You like to write, you like fashion, start a fashion blog. There's probably no fashion bloggers in Rochester, so you'll have the whole market. And I was like, oh, okay, sure. So literally that's how it happened. I was like, yeah, I guess I could. I could write
sure. Right.
So I did. So I created this blog. It was called Flower City Fashionista, and it specialized in shopping local. So I would feature local boutiques, designers, makers, that kind of a thing.
Right.
And it took off right away, probably because I was the only person doing it at the time where I was living. So I was getting invited to like do events at boutiques and model in charity fashion shows. And I was doing all this fun stuff. It got me out of the house, thank God.
Right.
And then I ended up, as that sort of took off, then I started a styling business because people were always asking me if I did personal styling. So then I thought, sure, why not? So I added that. Then I got hired as a personal shopper. So I helped pilot this virtual personal shopping program for shopyourway.com, which is
amazing.
Years.
Right.
And then about 2 years ago, I got sent shampoo to review on the blog and loved it so much. I recruited myself into the company, and now that's the main source of what I do now. I'm a network marketing professional, and I sell shampoo on the internet. So in a nutshell, no, I never saw it ending here. Like, no. Did I think I would do direct sales and sell shampoo on the internet and be being interviewed by you? No.
Well, right. But it's so funny because, okay, you guys, so like the backstory here is, you know, I met Jenny standing in a pool, and she was like, oh, I'm a blogger. And I'm like, oh my God, that's awesome. And I was still working in corporate America, right? So I had my full-time job and all that stuff. And we kept in touch, and we Facebooked each other and all that. And we became friends and all that stuff. And then Jenny started the shampoo stuff. And I was like, what is this? And she sent me samples, and I use it. I am a huge Monate lover. Like it's in my houses. I love it. And like I just love how you grabbed it and ran with it. And it's amazing. And it really is like when I see people that are like, this doesn't work, you can't do this. It doesn't like I'm going to ask you to tell us what like how to get over the stigma of network marketing, because there is a stigma, right? We all know that, but it's so different these days. And so first of all, tell us about Monate, because it's such an amazing product that everybody needs to be using it, oh, by the way. And how you decided that was the one for you, or was it even not even a thing? Like you weren't even looking for that?
So I joke about this all the time because now I do these, much like this, I do these Facebook Live presentations where I talk all about the business opportunity and about the company. And I joke that all the information I'm about to share, I didn't know when I signed up. Because I tried the shampoo and I was like, oh my God, what is in this stuff? It's like hair crack. Like and I had tried tons of products as a blogger, and I never used anything with like zero styling products. My hair was like, it was shiny, it was perfect. I didn't have to flat iron it and battle with it for 45 minutes.
Right.
So I was like, oh my God, this is magic. So I had posted the before and after picture on my blog's Facebook page, and everybody was commenting, asking me where to buy it.
Right.
So,
well,
I think this is one of those things.
Right.
And I literally went on this girl's website. I was like, okay, do I have to do parties? No. Are there order minimums? No. Is there inventory? No. And I signed up. Like, that's literally all. Like, I didn't even know it was a brand new company. Like, I got in when the company was 6 months old. I didn't know it was the only network marketing company doing hair care. No idea. Like, there was just so much that I didn't know that's why I feel like a lot of it was luck.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if somebody pitched it to me, like, oh, there's this startup hair care brand and they're going to be the first hair care brand to do, direct selling, I would have been like, okay. So it sort of all just happened by accident. And then I feel like if you're going to do something, you do it. So I just tend to go all in, and I tried the product. The product's good. So here we go. Right. And I think the network marketing thing that's tricky for people is they're thinking, like our generation and somebody with like a case going door to door selling lipsticks or Tupperware. Yes.
Yeah.
And it's really different. It's hard to explain it, but I think as a blogger, I was already selling people stuff all the time. I would recommend products all the time. So to me, it was no different to be like, well, try this shampoo. It's fabulous. I would have done it if I wasn't a rep,
Right. And so now this company, Monate, which we love, they've only been around for like, what, 2 years?
Yeah, 2.5 years.
It's amazing. And their product line keeps getting bigger. Like, I love that I get the emails and it's like, oh, now we have a children's line. Oh, now we have this new line for men. And and I love that, you see all these things and, especially for me, like I'm a big recognition person, right? Mm-hmm. So I like to recognize people and I like to talk about people. And when I had my job in like corporate America, there was a lot of, giving stuff away. But you have literally won the Cadillac. Like literally, it's in the goddamn driveway. Pardon my French. So tell me, all right, so now explain to me how it works. Because there are so many people out there who are hesitant, and I see it every day in Facebook groups, in chat rooms, like I'm 97 years old.
The internet.
Yes, on the internet. There are so many moms out there or so many women who want to have extra income or can't, like you do this full time and you make money. So it's like, they don't understand that this is actually a thing. And it's like the Rodan and Fields. Like I know so many people who sell that. I use that stuff too. I love it. I think it's the best. Like I know people who are driving the Lexus.
Yep. So I think there's a misconception, and the main objection you get all the time, like, oh, isn't that a pyramid? And I'm like, well, I mean, no, because pyramid schemes are illegal. That's when there's no actual product or, service or good or whatever. In terms of structure, I guess it could look like a pyramid if you've got people, but I mean, if you made a map of any corporation, it would look like a pyramid. So I really don't understand, right? Like, because you'd have your CEO and then your mid-level people and on and on. So I think any sales organization is going to work like that. The cool thing about network marketing is that it's a way to have a sales job and do as much or as little as you want when you want to do it. So it has that flexibility, and you can work from home. You can work the hours you need to work. Like for me, I know I have from 9 to 1 every day because that's when Coop's in preschool. Right. And then I do my things like after they're in bed, where that wouldn't work if I tried to have a corporate job.
Right.
And I think the way people are doing business has changed so much and is continually changing. I mean, we see it with all these stores that are closing.
Amazing.
I think people are shopping more online.
Yep.
People are busier than they've ever been. And I think network marketing is sort of filling that void, because they still get that personalized service because they're buying from people in their network, people they know, like, and trust. But they still have the convenience of being able to just log on and get what they need without having to drive to a store. So I almost feel like it's the best of both worlds.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I think that I like, convenience is important. We're all busy people. We're all, running around and doing our things and trying to be productive and trying to schlep kids from left and right and all this stuff. And I think that when you have the product, then you don't really, it kind of speaks for itself, right? So I'm sure you have repeat customers.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, they call it hair crack. I mean, once you start using it,
because it is.
You don't want to use it. Like, if people forget it on vacation, I get text messages that are like, "Oh my God, what have I done? Like, I use the shampoo in the hotel, and I want to like off myself."
I still have sample packs, so I put my sample packs with me for my trips.
I do that too. But the product is great. It sells itself, and it's something that everybody already uses. Like, it's shampoo. It's not like, I'm not convincing somebody they need this other thing. Right. If you have hair and you wash it, or if you want some hair, because we have products for regrowth too, like, we got you covered. You need hair, got hair. It's great. So I joke around with my husband, like, anytime we're out somewhere, like where there's a big crowd, I go, look at all the heads of hair that I've yet to shampoo. I mean, I will never run out of people to talk to or do business with, because there are heads everywhere.
Yeah.
And that's what I tell my girls too. Like, you've got a product that literally anywhere you go, there are potential customers or business partners or whatever. So I think I'd never answered the initial question that you asked me, was sort of how the whole thing works. So I make money by selling the magical shampoo. Right. So I have my customer, they buy the shampoo off my website. I honestly don't have to do anything. I'm not delivering it to them. I'm not mailing it to them. They order it off my site. It ships direct, but I make a commission. Right. Then I also have a team of people who are also selling the product. So when they sell it, or when they build their teams, I also make commission off of that. And the way Monate works, our comp plan is really generous. So I make commission through infinity on my downline.
Wow. Okay.
It's a beautiful thing. Right. So at this point, I have a team of over 550 reps across the US and Canada.
That's insane.
I've gone on a bazillion I've been to Maui and Cabo and Seattle and Vegas, all expense paid trips. They pay for my brand new Cadillac that I don't let my kids in. And it mostly sits in my garage because I don't want it to get dirty. And it's just, I mean, coming from being a teacher where, like, your brain is trained that you're going to get your 2% raise every year, and then you're going to have retirement and but there's not that, like, if I work harder, I make more money thing. So I found that I really like that part.
The
harder I work, the more money I make.
That's kind of fun. That's a pretty good perk.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think that like it really is something that anybody can do. And it's not, there's no I mean, it really is. It's amazing. And I'm just in awe of that. I think it's, I think so many people are hesitant to do things that take them out of their comfort zone. Like we talk about that. I talk about that all the time, right? I mean, I'm out of my comfort zone every single day, doing things, trying new things, starting new ventures, like doing whatever it is. But I have never been more excited, like scared out of my mind every morning when I wake up, because it's like, okay, now what am I doing today? And what's going on? But wouldn't change it. And so I think, there's the hesitation comes from within, clearly, because we don't like to take the leap, make the jump, do the whatever. But once we do, we realize, okay, what was I so worried about? Or why, especially for something like this, it's like, like the investment is minimal. I think, like, what's it, $100 or something? It's not even a lot.
Get in for $99, up to $5.99, depending on how much product you want to start with.
Right. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So where do you see this going because I know that you have a lot of like pet projects and things that you like to do on the side and things like that. So are you continuing to incorporate, or like what's your 5-year plan, Sanzo?
So I see this company being one of the next global multi-billion-dollar network marketing companies.
Yeah.
Just the way that we've grown and are continuing to grow. So our first year we were projected to do $1 million in sales. We did $25 million our first year.
Right.
And we did 60 something million our second year, and we're projected to do 200 million this year for year 3. I mean, it's ridiculous. Crazy. Like in March of this year, we paid out $6 million in commissions. That's what we paid our entire year 1.
Right.
So
that's insane.
This is the moneymaker.
Right.
I mean, so this is where all the income is going to be coming from, but I still can't let go of the fashion and styling part because it's just fun. So, right. But that allows me to do it and not to have to charge an arm and a leg and be selective of who I am working with and not have to worry about that part of it. And I have a book I'd like to write too.
Right.
So I've got things.
Okay. I love that. What would you say has been the most difficult part of starting your business, keeping it going, and juggling it with being a mom?
Well, that the children still need to eat and stuff. That gets tricky sometimes. And I feel terrible saying that, but
I'm with you.
It's hard, especially when it's something that you're so passionate about. To have to stop
put it down.
Yeah. So I think I've gotten better. I'm still definitely not excelling at the whole time management thing, but I've gotten better at not saying yes all the time to everything. And because if I wanted to, I could be out every night of the week.
Yeah.
And every weekend.
Right.
So you have to be selective of what you say yes and what you say no to. And I still like to do pro bono stuff and work with charities and do that kind of thing. So I have to make sure that I'm allowing time to do all the things that are important. But the nice thing is that I have that flexibility.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So if you were going to give the mom who's watching, who's possibly considering doing something like this, any piece of advice, what would that advice be?
To not worry about what anybody else is going to think about what you're doing. Because there's always going to be that person who's going to be telling you why it's a terrible idea. And people love the status quo. And I know even for me, like you're not gonna go back to teaching, but you're gonna have a pension and you got hours and you got summers off. Well, I don't want to do that. So I'm like, oh, sorry.
Right.
So I think it's okay to trust your gut and to think outside the box if it's going to make you happy. Because at the end of the day, you have one life.
Yep.
And why are you going to spend it trying to make other people happy? That maybe sounds very selfish, but it's true.
No, it's 100% true.
I feel like when you're secure in who you are and what you're doing, and you have that that excitement and that passion, and you're excited to get out of bed in the morning, it carries over into everything. Makes you a better mom, makes you a better wife, makes you a better friend, because you're personally fulfilled with what you're doing.
Yep.
So if they don't like it, they don't have to look.
Right. Right. And I agree. I wholeheartedly agree with you on that statement, because I say it to people every single day. It's like, you have to be happy with you before you can be happy with anybody else. So work on making your changes and focusing on what you want to do, and don't worry about, somebody actually posted this question on Facebook this morning and I answered it. A friend of mine in my Facebook group, and it was like, do you take your motivation from yourself, or do you get your motivation from other people? Right. And my answer was from myself, because if I looked for other people for the motivation, I can't guarantee that I'm going to get it. Yes, your parents will always say, oh, you can do it, honey. But do they really know what goes into what we want to do? You know what I mean? Like, I love my mother. I love my father. I know you love yours too. But when you said to your mother, I'm going to go sell shampoo on the internet, what did she say to you? She was probably like, you're nuts. But okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Yes.
Right? Like, my mother was like, you want to do, what do you want to do? Like, you want to be a coach? Yeah, that's what I want to do. Okay, honey. Okay.
Good for you. Yeah. No, I get it.
Good luck.
I think that's the biggest thing that holds people back. Like, when you really get down to it, because when I'm sitting, I sit down with people all the time, and I'm going over the different options, and you can see the people that are interested in doing the business, and then they give you all these other reasons why they can't do it, and really it just comes down to, like, they don't have the confidence in themselves, or they're just worried about somebody writing something mean on their Facebook post about it. You know what I mean? Like, that's
ridiculous.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I think, it's hard for people to overcome that feeling. And then once they do, it's like the doors just opened, and the dirt came off the window, and the flowers started growing, and the sun came out. And it really is a life-changing experience. I mean, it, I know it. Like, we've all, people who are out there who, have worked with me or watched me or worked with you and have watched you. I mean, like, you've got 500 and something people on your team. You've changed 500 people's lives.
Yeah.
It's amazing. No,
I got messaged, because we just got our March commissions, like all the bonuses and everything. And the amount of text message that, like, I just paid for my kids' braces in one payment. I just bought my car. Like, I mean, it's crazy what people are doing.
Right. And it just makes you feel so good. And it's not rocket science.
No, and that's the thing, is it's so simple, but it has enriched my life in so many ways. And it's the person to person relationship building and the mentoring other people. That is what I found that I really love. So I'm still teaching. It's just a little bit different.
But that's great. I love it. I love the whole thing. I think your story is amazing. I have some friends who do Rodan and Fields. They have similar story to you, where it's just like and now they're the number one skincare company in the world.
Yeah, out of
everybody.
Yes.
But see, I used Proactive when I was much younger, so I was familiar with the Rodan and Fields, like the doctors, like the background, whatever.
Right.
And I just started using their systems last year, and that eye cream,
it's the best.
Is life changing. Like I was like, oh my God,
so good.
I won't use anything else.
No,
I won't do it.
And then they're a perfect example of why network marketing makes sense, because here they had an established business already.
Yep.
They could have marketed it the same way they marketed Proactive, and they didn't. They chose to go network marketing, because you saw it just yesterday with all the unicorn frappuccinos. But that just shows hype, social media.
I know, and
anybody got a kickback from Starbucks.
Starbucks got a kickback. Yeah, I know it. I don't drink that shit, so it's like I'm not interested in. Like, I looked at it and I was like, who wants that? And why is everybody posting it?
Apparently, because they called it a unicorn, and I guess that's trendy right now. But the thought of I don't. I'm crazy about what I eat, though. So the thought of like all those fake colors and
No,
sugar and
no.
no.
Yeah, I was like, I mean, sorry, Starbucks. I mean, I like you for my chai latte, but other than that,
I'm a venti bold all the way.
right,
But
right. You love your coffee. I don't drink coffee. I'm a tea girl, so there's that. But
God, that's how I'm able to do this.
with your
Coffee
coffee,
during the day, wine at night.
well, I'm down with the wine all day and all night if you let me. I would be very unproductive by 11 o'clock. It'd be awful. Okay, Jenny Sanzo. So, our time is up, which is a
Yeah,
bummer.
I could talk all day. So
I know, me too. But I love this. I love your story. I love the company. I mean, seriously, you guys, I use the Monate products, and it really does regrow your hair. Even the non-regrowth products do, because I use I'm addicted to the root spray. That stuff is the best thing. I mean, I love it. I love it. And I use the balance. I use all of it. But my hairdresser even said to me like 2 times ago when I went to him, he was like, "What kind of vitamins are you taking?" And I was like, "I don't take any vitamins." He's like, "Why do you have all this new hair?" And I was like, "I'll tell you why. Because," and I just went into the whole spiel about the shampoo, and I used it. I've been using it for the last year. And he was like, "Are you like seriously?" I'm like, "Yes." In fact, I wanted him to sign up. I was like, "You should sell this."
I was gonna say, you can watch out. I'll sign him right up.
I said, "I'm like, you should sell this, and you can sell." I'm like, "I have a website because I spent all the money. You can buy it through me." And
That's correct.
right, so I'm going through the whole thing, and he was like, he's on, but he lives in Miami, so I'm like, "You should actually go to their headquarters."
That's where we are.
I know. I was like, "Antonio, you should go to Miami. You should go meet them all. They probably would hire you on the spot because you're hysterical."
Fabulous.
Yeah. That was my little spiel about that. But yes, I congratulations on all of your success, because I think it's fantastic, and I'm so impressed with you and so proud of you. And I mean, go drive your freaking car, because if you don't, I'm coming to Rochester to drive it for you.
You should.
I should.
We'll go tooling.
Maybe I'll have a book signing in Rochester. You never know.
Yes. Let's do it.
Yeah. Well, we got to get it published first.
Well, you know, baby steps.
Right. All right. So thank you for joining us. All of the links are up in our chat. So if you want to chat with Jenny, you want to find out more about Monate, she's got some offers going on. They're all in the comments. I highly recommend that you take her up on this, because if you are somebody who is looking for even just a little pocket change, it really, I mean, she is a testament to this. It can really change your life, and it could get you out of a job that you don't like, and it could free up hours that you didn't even know that you had, and it can give you time with your kids, and you can have the summer off if you want to. Like, there's all kinds of this stuff. I feel like these kinds of businesses and companies are doing these things, and they're changing lives, not only, monetarily, but like personally, and like relationships, and just making that it really is an all around better balance of life if you do it the right way and you work it the right way. And you really are a testament to that. You travel all over the place. You throw those kids on a plane. You're like, "I'm going to Florida to see my mother when she's down in Florida," and you take the kids with you. I mean, you're not gonna be able to do that for much longer because they have so much going on, but do it while they're young, and take advantage, because it really is a great thing that you're building for yourself. And I think it's amazing. And I think if anybody out there is watching who wants to do this, now is your time to get in, because like Jenny said, they are growing like hotcakes. And if you want to use a shampoo, everybody does. Not hard. Okay, so we're going to say goodbye. You stay on for just a second. And you guys, I am back here next week with Lori Joy. She is the Mojo Mama. She's hysterical. If you don't follow her on Facebook or on YouTube, she's got some really funny stuff going on. So we're going to talk to her next week. So see us back here next Thursday. I am off to Texas over the weekend. So I'm sure there are going to be some really funny Facebook Lives coming from the Lone Star State. It is the Lone Star State, right? I've never been to Texas. So I got to go dust off my cowboy boots and see what trouble I can cause while I'm down there. So we'll see you guys back here next week, if not over the weekend. Bye, everybody. Thanks, Jenny, for joining.
Bye. Thanks for having me.